Hi, everybody. Today we have a special interview with Kaili, who is a viewer on this channel, and she is a student in stenography. How did you decide to study stenography?
So I was a teacher for 8 years. I taught in public school. I was going to the courthouse to get a birth certificate for my son, and I won a job. I didn't know. I won a job that's kind of like teaching. You know, you have good benefits, you have pension, maybe. So I think that the courthouse jobs are similar, I thought. So I was just scrolling through the website, I was waiting in line, and there are either clerks that make like 40,000 a year, which is not enough money to make a living, or like if you want to be a prosecutor. I don't have a law degree, so I can't do that. And then I saw court reporter. The salary was great in Texas. I saw that the salary was like over 6 figures, starting at like 120 a year, but I didn't know what it was. So I came home and I Googled and I YouTubed at the time. So I just saw some videos of people doing it. That was in, I think, 2022. Yeah. So then I researched. I saw there's NCRA course for the A to Z course. So I took that, and I felt like it's very interesting. I liked it. So then I just quit my job in 2023, and then I started the fall of that year.
So you started stenography school when?
August of 2023.
Okay, so about 3 years ago, a little less than 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And are you in a school to learn stenography?
So I am in Amy Hua's program for ski building right now. I joined it in December of last year. So I did Star Trend Theory. It's a self-paced program. I did that for a year to learn theory, and then I was in Simply Steno for 1 year for ski building, and then I switched to Amy Hua's program in December.
What theory are you using?
So Star Trend Theory is the name of the theory. It's not very well known, but it is a real-time theory, and it has a lot of briefs. It's kind of in the middle, I would say.
So Amy Hua is not Magnum?
She can teach Magnum.
Oh, she can teach Magnum.
Yeah, but she accepts students from other theories too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what software are you on? CAT software? Eclipse, okay. What advice do you have for someone considering a career in stenography? Now that you've been in school for it for almost 3 years.
I think definitely do the A to Z program to see if you like it or not. Some people try and decide that they don't like it, and that's okay. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of things you don't know until you get into it, So it's kind of pointless to. I mean, I think the A to Z program is sufficient to know if you have interest or not. But a lot of people start theory or speed, and then they realize it's more than what they want to commit. The time and energy and dedication and the mental strength. And that's okay. Yeah. So I just feel like the A to Z program would be a bare minimum before you get into it.
Okay. Good. Did you play musical instruments in childhood?
I didn't.
No. Okay. Do you speak more than one language?
I do, yes. I was actually born and raised in China. I came here for college. So I speak Mandarin Chinese.
Oh, okay. And what is the most challenging part about learning stenography?
So I think if you ask me in different stages, I would give you different answers. But right now, just looking back, I feel like the hardest thing is not knowing what you should practice or how you should practice, because the school just teaches you to practice practice, right? And they would say, do this much time of this, like finger drill, your hesitation list, dictation. But you don't, everybody is different, right? So you don't know what you need. To me, the hardest part is having an understanding of where you are, who you are, and kind of give yourself what you need. Kind of like be your own doctor kind of thing. That's the hardest thing for me. Yeah. So,
give yourself a prescription of what study material you need, right?
Yeah, study materials, how to approach it, how much time, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, which branch of stenography career would you like to become? Official court reporter, freelance court reporter, court captioner, or on-site or remote?
I know I don't want to be a captioner. Maybe, so I'm interested in going into a court job, so an official. But I know in my county, we don't hire rookies right when you're certified, so it's very competitive. Like I know for in my area. So and also I have a kid. He is kind of young, so I want to be available for him. So like pick him up from school, take him to his classes and stuff like that after. So I think maybe I will, after I certify, I will freelance for a little bit, for a few years until he's he can drive a car, he can get around by himself, and I will pursue a court position.
Okay. Cool. How many hours a day do you spend studying stenography, practicing on the machine?
I actually was just looking at my tally. I think I practice 3 hours a day at least, sometimes 4, and then there's an hour and a half, around an hour to an hour and a half that we have to test. So every day we have to take a test. It takes 90 minutes, from testing until you're done transcribing. So I would say maybe 4 or 5 hours a day total.
Okay, good. And what state are you in? Texas?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay. When did you first learn about court reporting as a career, and from whom?
From the courthouse.
Already, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you didn't realize when you first started the journey that you now know about learning stenography?
Yeah, I think each stage there are things that I learned that kind of changed the way I practice or approach my studying. But I would say there was a life turning point for me. It was in December of last year when I saw a video on YouTube by a self-taught RPR. Her name is Amy Hua. I highly recommend that video. She talks about mindset, and she was talking about the goal of us practicing or studying is to get better, to be a better writer, to be a better stenographer. It's not to pass a test. I feel like since testing is such a big part of our learning journey, sometimes we kind of lose sight of the goal, which is to become a better writer. We let the test results dictate too much of how we feel and approach our daily practice. So I used to let the test result I see every day dictate how I feel that day, and ultimately dictate how much I do or don't practice. Like if I get really depressed from a test result, I don't want to practice for the rest of the day. Make the testing priority is not the right approach. I'm seeing that now. So right now I give my best time, which is in the morning, to practice, whatever I want to work on or focus on. And then in the afternoon I take a test. But I go in the mindset that I am where I am until I'm somewhere else. And if today I'm not ready to pass this test, which, is majority of the time, you're practicing when you're not ready until you're ready, then you will pass that test. But the most of the time, I know I'm not ready. So I'm just going in to see where I'm at and just leave it there, not have that dictate how I feel every day. So, and then Amy also talked about in her video that the final goal or the product that you want is your transformed brain or your finger, in stenography. And that's as long as your goal is to get better every day, and if that goal is being met, then that's all you need to do. Like that's where you need to be. So like the test results don't matter. And since she's self-taught, she didn't take tests. So the whole time she was just practicing, until I guess the AP, or I guess maybe a month or two before the RPR test, then she kind of can test herself on the platform. But before that, it was just very healthy going on, I feel like, for her. I learned a lot from that video. Like, it totally changed how I view things.
That's cool. Can you give me that video so I could put that in the, let me put it in the chat, the link?
Yes. She has two. The first one talks about mindset. I think it's from minute 15-ish, for 15 minutes. And then the second video is specifically talking about her regimen. Oh, she also wanted to be a captioner like you.
Her name is Amy?
Amy Hua. I'm going to send it in the chat.
Okay.
Right, so this is, I'm not sure if I sent you the first one or the second one, but yeah, I can dig her in a little bit. She only has 2 videos.
Awesome. Okay. And finally, any other thoughts you have to add?
Any other thoughts? So this is one thing that I feel like I need to share, is that there's going to be so many decisions to make, right, in your journey. So, for example, what theory did you learn? Or what theory do you learn? Like a long theory or a short theory? Write things out or use briefs. So I spent a lot of time making my decision before I started school. What school do you go to? Do you go to an NCRA accredited school or go to like a self-paced program for cheaper? Do you want a cohort? Do you want to do it by yourself? What method do you use? Do you practice for accuracy, slow and accurate, or do you do high speed? So just get something down for everything. There's just so many ideas out there, I feel like, that sometimes you just spend so much time and energy researching the best way that you don't practice, like you're just scrolling on your phone for hours looking for the best way, but you won't actually do it. So like looking back now, I feel like none of that matters. Like theory doesn't matter. If you want to learn Sten Ed, that's great. Many people win speed competitions learning Sten Ed, Magnum is great also. You need slow practice for accuracy, that is becoming automatic, that you don't have to think about it. You need fast speed to get your finger just a good workout, So you need so many things. You can listen to podcasts. You can just drill the same dictation for again and again. Yeah, so try it all. Amy said that too in her video. Just try everything. Give it like a week or two to see if it's working for you. Because everybody is different. You need a different recipe for different people. So don't spend so much time researching, but actually don't do it. I made that mistake, in the early stage of my journey, I feel like.
Great. Okay. So, that's cool that you're a teacher, too. I used to be a teacher, too.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teaching what?
I taught math in high school.
Oh, I taught math in high school, too, yes.
Oh, how funny.
Teacher, yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much for the interview. Any other, anything else we want to add?
No.
Okay,
yes.
So that's it then.
Thank you. That was a short one.
Short little interview.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Caroline.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Thank you. And that was Kaili. Bye.
Yes.
Okay, you can head to the description of this video if you want to see where links to Amy Hua's videos. and also to the A to Z program.